Millions of years ago, a statue of a strange creature was discovered. Scientists named it AboFlah, and the historical researchers believed that it had faded away for reasons shrouded in mystery, and no hope remains for its return. But
Is this AboFlah?
after countless ages, the last of its kind was discovered hidden amidst European cities. Amidst the void of his absence, he has returned at last.
Can I kiss you? Can I? 2.5 months. Peace be upon you all. Peace, mercy, and blessings of God be upon you. I swear I've missed you. Can I kiss you one more time?
No.
It all started when your brother AboFlah decided to take a vacation in Europe to enjoy the scenery. I think it was my first or maybe second time visiting Europe just for tourism, not for work, just to relax and enjoy myself. What is this oxygen? Back home, all I used to breathe was dust. Now I'm in Europe just breathing God's fresh air. Guys, I'm so happy. I'm so excited that I'm sitting like this. I was really happy, guys. The first day went by and your brother AboFlah was having the time of his life. The second day went by and your brother AboFlah was still having a great time. Then came the third day. But before we get to day 3, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm a YouTuber, guys. I have to ask you to like and subscribe.
Every time I press like, you pull away.
Okay, Muslim, that's enough. Okay, don't press like, watch the video and choose if you like it. Day 4 rolls around and I go meet up with my friends to watch a football match in Germany. Beautiful Germany. Then we rented the car and drove over to my friends. Then I think on the third day, we headed to Italy. Perfetto, Italiano, pasta, margherita. Then we went to Austria, Switzerland. Borders are wide open. Just rent a car and drive, my friend. What a great feeling. May God bless everyone wherever you are around the world. Your brother AboFlah never even dreamed of traveling. I swear I never even knew what it was like to fly. By the time I was 22, I'd never been on a plane in my life. 22 years. Now, thank God, he has blessed me. And honestly, it's all thanks to you guys. Thank you because you're the reason.
Italia, Almania, Switzerland, ونروح فرنسا. لا بونجور يا حبيبي بونجور. Je m'appelle Hassan. فيك بونسوا. لا بونسوا. لا مش ممكن.
Guys, you can probably tell how happy I was from my reaction. I swear before God, I was so happy. I was completely relaxed and all my videos were scheduled. 5 videos ready to go over the next 2 weeks while I was on the trip. That was the length of the trip. I had everything edited and ready. I prepared tons of shots and videos for those 2 weeks. I even had content ready for the 3rd week, so when I got back, I wouldn't be under any pressure. Everything was under control. You guys are always my top priority. Then suddenly, what started as a beautiful vacation, breathing all that fresh air, turned into me becoming a refugee, guys.
No, AboFlah, I am stepping out of the camera, AboFlah. The first video with AboFlah on Instagram. God willing.
Yep, that's right. I went from a tourist to a refugee. What are you talking about? First of all, may God make things easier for our brothers and sisters who moved to Western countries in search of a better life and are struggling with paperwork and everything that comes with it. I don't want anyone to think I'm making fun of the word refugee. Many people are going through this, and may God ease their hardship. For me, it was a blessing, not a curse, to experience just a small part of a refugee's life. Yes, dear viewers.
I went from being a tourist, flashing reals, dinars, liras,
Dirhams, pounds, whatever currency you can think of, to becoming A refugee! Someone who couldn't even move around freely. Guys, every time I stepped outside, I'd be looking over my shoulder for the police. If the police caught me, I'd end up in jail. And trust me, jail doesn't look good on me. Who's gonna save me? No way I'm going to prison. I went from traveling to Europe just to enjoy the fresh air to hiding myself away in Europe. I was literally keeping myself locked up so no one would see me. Now that we're deep into the story, let me tell you how AboFlah went from being a tourist to becoming a refugee. It all started when I lost this passport. So AboFlah, you found your passport after all? Guys, this is just my secondary passport. I've got several others. Thank God all blessings come from him. And once again, thank you all. You truly changed my life. I swear you changed my life. Come here, let me kiss you. Anyone watching this who has a second passport, especially one of those Caribbean passports like St. Lucia, Dominica, or St. Kitts and Nevis, be careful not to lose it. That passport is a lifesaver. You don't need a Schengen visa or anything. But if you lose it...
You'll be treated like dirt. God bless you all. I swear you'll be humiliated. I really was.
I'd like to give a huge thanks to Respect for helping me get my passport back after I lost it. Thank you, Respect, for all your support. Whenever you're applying for a passport like this, make sure you do it through a trusted company like
Respect! You are respectable! I love you! I love you!
Now then, where did the story begin? Your brother AboFlah was on his way to catch a train. Yep, in the city of Nice, down in southern France, heading to Paris, or should I say Paris? That's how they pronounce Paris in French. Your brother's basically French now. What's with you guys? I've been in France for 2 months. Anyway, guys, I got to the train station. Everything was going great. I arrived, said Bismillah, and there was the security officer at the entrance. Hello? I had a first-class ticket. That's right, your boys got standards. What's with you guys? Anyway, I went in. Hello. First suitcase. Second suitcase. Everything was going smoothly. Then I grabbed the third suitcase. Then I saw an elderly woman running to catch the train. I grabbed the third suitcase. All right, thank God. I said, Bismillah. And went over to the security guard. I told him, hey, there's an elderly lady running over there trying to catch the train. Guys, I swear she was an elderly woman. I felt so bad for her. She looked about 50 or 60 years old, carrying 2 suitcases with another backpack on her back. Like this. I swear I felt so sorry for her. The train was just about to leave, and she was still so far away. I was just standing there watching her. She had to be at least 200 meters away. Anyway, I kept telling the security guard, there's a woman running. He said, Inshallah, Inshallah, just get on. Once she reaches the door, it'll already be closed. Over there, once the train doors close, that's it. You can't get on. Europe runs on schedule. They don't mess around. They respect time, and I respect that. But they have no mercy for elderly people. No mercy for women either.
Oh, the battery died. Looks like the battery got upset too. Must be European made or something.
Anyway, guys, I felt like the security guard was just brushing that poor old lady off. She could barely walk. She had a bag on her back and was dragging 2 heavy suitcases. I could tell she wasn't going to make it. The train was less than a minute away from closing its doors. How did I know? Because trains here run exactly on time. So then I thought the security guard had no sympathy. He just wanted to close the doors, call it a day, and head back inside. So here's what I did. I put my suitcase down. He told me, go on, get in, you'll make it. I got on the train, stood by the door, and watched him just staring at her like this. Then he started chatting with someone inside the train. After that, I saw him step inside and get ready to close the doors as soon as the warning alarm went off. I thought, man, he's really going to leave that poor old lady behind. I swear he's just going to leave her. So you know what I did? This is where the hero stepped in, guys. This is where chivalry kicked in. Listen to what I did. I grabbed the train door, then stepped back out and started shouting at the old lady. Come on, hurry, hurry. The security guard kept telling me the doors were about to close, but all my attention was on that old lady, like she was family or someone I knew. I was standing there, holding my suitcase by the door, yelling.
يلا يا عجوزة.
No, of course I didn't actually yell.
يعني يلا come the door is gonna close يلا okay.
I was shouting in Arabic. I mean, your brother AboFlah. I don't speak French, so I just kept saying, come on, let's go. Anyway, guys, when the old lady finally got there, she started bringing in her luggage. So I helped her. I was like, thank God you made it. You arrived. Let's go. She smiled. It melted my heart. She was so cute. I helped her onto the train. She got on with the backpack on her back. I carried in her first suitcase, then her second one. Then I decided to lighten my own load, so I put my bag down. I know what you're thinking. You're an idiot, Hassan. You're an idiot, AboFlah. But that's what I did. I wanted to lighten my load, so I set my bag down like this and quickly started carrying her luggage. Everything was happening so fast. Everyone had already boarded the train. The old lady was the last one to get on. The moment she stepped inside, I don't know why. Please don't ask me why. Just hear me out, okay? This story is full of stupid moments, so don't judge me for every dumb thing I did. The second I got on the train, the doors closed. As soon as they did, I looked over and the old lady started thanking me. My whole attention was on her. She was saying such kind words and I just stood there looking at her while she thanked me. Then she thanked the security guard too. She thought he'd helped her. She had no idea he would have left her behind if I hadn't convinced him. But hey, no hard feelings. Do good and move on. I went back to my seat just like I am now, sat down and felt like a hero for helping someone. I pulled my phone out of my pocket and started scrolling. The train took off. About 20 minutes went by while we were on our way. Then, all of a sudden, your brother AboFlah realized something. Well, not exactly. What actually made me realize was the ticket inspector. On these trains, even if you've already booked a seat, they still come around to check your ticket because some people hop on without one. The moment I saw him checking the passenger in front of me and getting closer, I thought Bismillah and reached into my pocket.
No! Oh my God! My bag!
That bag had my passport in it. And my watch too. I'm not even going to mention what watch it was. It is what it is. That's when your idiot brother, AboFlah, realized. Yes, he'd left his bag outside the train. Of course, I didn't realize it until then. About half an hour later, the ticket inspector came over and asked to see my ticket. I didn't have it on me, so I told him I booked a seat, but I lost my bag. He saw me searching everywhere and probably thought I was making excuses. But once I showed him the ticket on my phone and proved I'd paid, my booking confirmation, my bank transaction, everything, he believed me. I told him I'd lost my bag. Meanwhile, I was sitting there thinking, where did I leave it? When was the last time I had it with me? Guys, with these crossbody bags, you don't always notice when they're gone, especially if you've been wearing one 24/7. It keeps your important stuff safe, but sometimes you don't even realize you've taken it off. About 20 minutes later, it hit me. Right before I got on the train, before I saw the old lady, before everything that happened at the station, that's when I realized I'd taken it off and set it down while I was carrying the luggage. I did everything I could to find my passport. I searched before we arrived, and after we arrived, I spoke to every security officer I could find. They told me, hopefully it'll turn up at the stations lost and found. After we arrived in Paris, 5 hours later, I emailed them. Then I went back to Nice myself. But it wasn't at the station. They told me they hadn't found it. I asked them to check the security cameras, and they said they would review the footage. I sent the email, followed up on everything. Then I went to the police station in Paris. Then I had to file an official report that my passport was lost. I had no choice. I needed that report or I wouldn't be able to get a replacement passport. I went through all the paperwork and guys, I was in a terrible state. I went from being a tourist, having the time of my life, to this. Back then, I was only planning to stay another 2 or 3 days at most before heading back to work. I never imagined I'd end up staying. for 2.5 months. Honestly, if I'd known this was going to happen, I would have left that old lady behind. Guys, the moment I got on the train and she was still calling out and running after it, I would have been like, oh my God, after losing my passport, my whole trip changed. I went from someone who wanted to go out and enjoy the atmosphere to someone who barely left the hotel. I stayed in a hotel at first, then after about a week, maybe a week and a half, I realized 5-star hotels are expensive, guys. It cost me a fortune. But thank God for everything. Money comes and goes. So I decided to rent an Airbnb instead. I found a nice place and booked it for a whole month. During all that time, I was doing everything I could to get a replacement passport. Some of you who've lost a passport before might be wondering, why did it take you 2 months? That doesn't make sense. Well, listen to this, because what I'm about to tell you about Caribbean passports will shock you. They're amazing when you have them, but if you lose one, it'll make your life miserable. Do you know how many embassies this passport has? Our Arab passports usually have embassies almost everywhere. Take the UAE passport, for example. Let me ask ChatGPT, guys. Bismillah. ChatGPT, how are you? How many UAE embassies existing in the world? The UAE has 96 embassies abroad, in addition to 20 consulates and 3 other diplomatic missions. God bless the UAE and all the Arab countries. Now let me hit you with the real shock. St. Lucia. Let's see how many embassies it has. What about the great nation of St. Lucia? I can't say anything bad about it. I am proud to be a St. Lucian. It's treated me well. All right then. St. Lucia has 1 embassy in Washington, 1 in Brussels, Europe, and 1 in Taiwan. I think the Taiwan embassy is a pretty new one because when I contacted them, they told me they only had 2 embassies, 1 in Washington and 1 in either the UK or Brussels, Belgium. I'm not even sure which one it was. Do you guys realize what I just said? Do you know what it means for a country to have only 1 or 2 embassies? No disrespect to St. Lucia. It's just a really small country. So if anything happens to you, you've only got those 1 or 2 embassies to deal with. And once you enter Europe using a specific passport, you can only leave using that same passport. Let me explain that again, guys. I'm telling you this because even if you don't have this passport today, you might have one in the future. If you enter a country using a specific passport, say you're Algerian and you enter Europe with your Algerian passport, you have to leave using that same passport. That's how it works in Europe and in most countries around the world. The only other way to leave is with an emergency travel document. What's that? It's a temporary travel document issued by your country's embassy that allows you to travel back to your home country only. So here's the thing with an emergency travel document. Normally, the embassy sends it to you. If your country has lots of embassies around the world, 50, 100, whatever, and there's one in the country you're in, you can usually get it within a day. You just go to the embassy and they issue it for you. But when you're dealing with a country like this one, which only has 2 embassies and neither of them is in Europe, they have to send it to you from abroad. That takes time. When I contacted them, they told me it would take 1 to 2 weeks. Wow, it's called an emergency travel document for a reason. It's supposed to let you travel quickly. But it takes 1 or 2 weeks just to reach you. So imagine how long the actual passport takes. When I asked them, they told me it would take 4 weeks. In reality, it took 2 months. 2 whole months just to print the passport, process it, authenticate it, and send it to me. So I went through the whole passport replacement process, and thank God, in the end, it took 2 months. Alhamdulillah, the day my passport finally arrived after 2 months, thank God, I was so happy. I posted it on Snapchat, I shared stories and celebrated with you guys. If only I hadn't posted it. What do you mean, AboFlah? Why do you wish you hadn't posted the stories or the snaps? Didn't you want to celebrate with us? No. Don't get me wrong. Your happiness is my happiness, and my happiness is yours. I was genuinely happy to share it with you. I just never expected to come across someone like this. And I'm sorry, I don't like speaking badly about any of my followers, but when something's wrong, it needs to be called out. Then, all of a sudden, after I posted the stories, I booked my flight home. I grabbed the earliest one I could find, the very next night. My passport had arrived that morning and I was over the moon. I was finally going home. I was finally free. I was even thinking, I'm never coming back to Europe. Europe, no relationship. After I posted the stories, Aziz, my brother, who'd been with me the whole time in Bass, and I went out for dinner. It was pretty much our last night since my flight was the following evening. We had a great dinner at a nice restaurant, then headed back. But when I got back to the apartment, I found the front door wide open.